Hello, it's Sean again. Welcome to my back nine coverage of my casual playthrough at Alcyon Woods. So here's hole 10, 369 foot par 4. You kind of have to just go through this this tunnel and end up on the right, and I pull the crap out of that with my Valkyrie, but get a good kick. It is fine, as I just said. Me. So through these trees, there's some steps. It kind of goes up to a plateau. Up a little hill. It's about 4 to 5 feet, and I'm just going to throw my Mako on Anheuser. First time committed to the Anheuser in the way that I wanted to. That felt really good, but I drilled a tree, but I felt straight down. So just going to throw a nice upshot with my Banger GT, and I juiced this. I threw it so hard. I don't know why. I just completely missed my line. But I'm okay for a save, I think. Oh, just kidding. I'm in the worst place in the world. Whoop. Walk through a spider web, as you do. And I've actually never been back here, and it is a wall. The rough is impenetrable. I thought I'm inside the circle. I thought I have maybe 20 feet. This is impassable. So I finally get in there, wiggle in, and literally the only out I have is a turbo putt that I can't even follow through with. So I just kind of chuck it out. And that was just a demonstration of the kind of wall I was dealing with. It was just all in front of me. I couldn't even stretch out. So, gonna take a bogey here. But what are you gonna do? It was just a bad place. It was a bad shot, and I got really badly punished. But end up +3. We move on to hole 11, 243 foot par 3. This shot, there is a line if you kind of go straight and then break to the right, but there are so many trees you kind of have to get lucky. So I throw a thumber over everything and just kind of hope to get lucky. And sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I don't believe I did this time. Let's see. I'm outside the circle here. But not terrible. Maybe 40 or so feet. Pretty decent look. I off. I just asked for it to sit down, but luckily I hit a little tiny tree. And then I run over there for you. Kinda trying to keep everything moving. Don't want to be there. I could have sped it up, but I'm not gonna. And I tap out for the par. I'm still +3, but this hole is very difficult. So par I feel is good. Then I'm gonna practice my forehand rollers. See you later, putter. I'm gonna walk so far for no reason. Off to hole 12, a par 4, 379 feet. So I'm gonna throw two. I'm going to throw 2 drives on this hole. So this is my Viking. It's a newer Viking I have. It's not quite as overstable as the one I have. It's a little bit more glidey. And I throw this inside. I missed my line. It doesn't matter. I wanted to throw a second one because I think that tee sign's a little bit old, and I think this is much closer than that says. So I'm going to throw my overstable Viking. And I'm trying to play for a skip. Throw in a nice hyzer and get a good skip. And so now, I don't know why I'm coming back, but right now, I'm inside the circle. I'm like maybe 25 feet for an eagle. I did a great job. The basket is just out of frame on the right, and I have a pretty open look. And I'm so mad. I was very close. But what are you going to do? So I'm going to leave the screen now, fully, as I'm wont to do. If you watch the front nine, you know how I do. But you're going to hear it. There we go. That was for birdie. So now I'm back to +2. On to hole 13, 244 foot, par 3. I'm going to throw my Mako. It's very similar to hole 7, just kind of downhill to the left. Throw something up there and let it glide down there. I threw this a little bit too high and nose up, so it did end up stalling out. And so it's a little bit, it's not great, but it's fine. So here I am, pretty far outside the circle, but I have a decent look. And let's see how this putt goes. Maybe I'll make a long one. Just kidding. But it's sat, so my comebacker is not going to be wild. This just hasn't been my putting day. And I think when you're a newer player, since you're not going to get within the circle on every shot, being good at putting is going to save you strokes up and down the card. Tap in with my Mako, and we get a par on this one too. So I'm still +2. We move on to hole 14, 357 foot par 4. It looks like, so the way this is set up, it looks like the gap's on the right, but actually you have to go to the left of this tree in the middle, just because of how it's set up. So I'm basically throwing the same shot I threw on 12, just kind of trying to get a skip, and I hit a tree. It's not the worst kick, but you know, you hope to miss it. So I'm on the left. You're going to at some point see an Inspire fly through here. There it goes. I turned it over a little bit, ended up in the left side rough, so I'm just kind of playing army golf, except I'm just staying on the left. It's just left. And now I'm going to try to throw a forehand up shot around everything. See how that goes. Nice. Nice. This is very much how I'm feeling about the day. I'm trying to look dead into the camera. There I go. Right into the camera. I couldn't find it first because I'm very cool. So that was my third shot. So this is for a par save, this uphill putt. I don't know why I moved the camera. I could have just kept where it was. I think I was just I'm not super confident in my cinematography. My cinnamon topography. Let's see if I can make this. Long putt. Ooh, a step putt. That was a good line. It was a little short, but it was a good line. I'm not great at step putts. Parked it. What am I, +3 again? I think so. So hole 5, par 3. It's kind of a straight shot. You can go to the right, and that's very straight, and to the left of this tree in the middle, it's more of that hyzer. That shot would have been good if it was to the left of that middle tree, but unfortunately I'm outside the circle again. And like I said, save strokes by getting good at putting, because you don't have to be quite so accurate with your drives. So let's see how I do on this one. Finally. That's what I see. I agree with me. Finally, make a good long putt right outside the circle, right at the edge of the circle. So we're back to, I think, +3. I honestly forget. This is 300 foot par 3, and I'm trying to flex that disc. And I completely whiff. Great me. Oh, there you go. So I'm throwing my rock, and I think this shot is juiced. I think I'm way past the basket, and so I'm going in assuming. I'm going in assuming I'm going to have a huge comebacker, and I'm so close. And sometimes I feel like when I expect it to be bad and it's good, I just cannot capitalize. You want to see something impressive? Boom, banned twice. I feel like I have a hard time shifting my mental game to be okay with the fact that I'm close now, like that I, got away with something, in quotes. So that's something I really have to work on. So now we move on to the hardest hole on the course, hole 17. At least the hardest hole for me. It's a 488 foot par 4. The first shot is just a really long anhyzer shot. I'm trying to mimic a righty hyzer. So I'm throwing my Axiom Theory, and it's pretty good. Honestly, this hole, a par is exactly what I'm going for. I'm never going for birdie. I'm just trying to get a par. I'm trying not to lose strokes. So I land in a kind of a weird place, and I have this really small gap to the left, and I pure it with my Mako. And I am incredibly surprised. So I'm about 60 feet out or so. It's a little uphill. But this is having a look for birdie is great for me on this hole, for me. And broke the lock, but you know, that was for birdie. This is going to be for par, and you know, we move on. I'm +3, I think, still. We'll see at the bottom now, but who knows. Yeah, so stoked. Feel really good about that. In retrospect, I was pretty miffed for a lot of this round where I felt like I was really just kind of leaving strokes on the table, but that felt really good. So let's see how I can do on hole 18, 250 feet downhill, plays much shorter than that. Throwing my tactic. I don't know why I'm throwing a flex here, but I am. Throw a nice flex with my tactic, and I get down there. The basket's over there to the right, around where my tactic. I'm probably short. I am. Would I have a 15-footer? Can't wait for this. Maybe 20 feet if I want to be generous and give myself something. I knew that wasn't in immediately. Sometimes when you putt, you can feel the nose going down, but yeah. So I'm gonna tap him for a par though, and I don't lose any more strokes. I think I ended +3, and honestly, I thought I felt like I did way worse. I'm shooting for even on pretty much every course that I shoot on. Ooh, finish with that turbo, baby. I am shooting for even on most of my courses, and so a +3 isn't that bad, honestly. And so, yeah, I just want to thank you for watching my casual playthrough of Alcyon Woods and watching me find a golf ball on a disc golf course, you know, as you do. If you want to see any more of these, you can like, comment, and subscribe. And look at a turtle.
Look at this guy. He is in his shell. I almost stepped on him. Oops, sorry, guy. Going on to the next thing.